Clear that in the background. 16E is here, 17 Pro is here. Let's get into it. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. And I will tell you already, I can just tell you the big difference. The difference between a 60 Hz display and a 120 Hz display, especially between these phones, is pretty crazy. Because the chipsets aren't really that far off. Like clearly the 17 Pro's chipset's going to be better, but it's not about to be this like massive difference here either. Like they're both going to be, fairly similar, not like as many differences as you think. So you can see right here, at least from what I can tell you, the 17 Pro is doing a pretty good job here, but the 16E is also very fast. So I think what I can tell you, at least from the few apps that I've tested, that one I glitched up on a little bit, the 17 Pro is going to feel like the faster phone. Even if it had an older chipset, when you're comparing a 60 Hz display against a 120 Hz display, there's just not really that much competition, and that's just kind of what ends up happening here. So at least as far as I can tell from this side, the iPhone 17 Pro is definitely doing a really good job from that performance perspective. But it feels mostly fast because it is giving you that better type of screen on the iPhone 17 Pro. But the 16E, once the applications are loaded and stuff, like it still feels like a pretty fast phone on this type of device too. So I don't want to give the impression that like the 17 Pro is like the only fast phone that's available. If you compared an iPhone 16e against an iPhone 15 Pro, I would still imagine that the 15 Pro would feel faster because of that additional 120 Hz panel. Like there is a really big difference when it kind of comes down to that. So even like with this application here, you can see kind of same old, nothing else really crazy going on here. Even for these types of things, I mean, it definitely tells you, it shows you, in my opinion, that something like an iPhone 17 Pro is probably going to be the overall consistently faster one. So at least from that side, if I'm looking through all these types of applications and playing these types of games, I definitely will tell you the iPhone 16e is probably going to be the one that's going to be the consistently faster one for the most part. But again, with that being said, I still think something like the iPhone 17 Pro is still going to be a very, like the 16e is still going to be a very fast phone. You're still going to be getting really good capability from this phone. But if I'm about to pick up one, the 17 Pro is definitely going to feel like a faster one, and it is going to be the faster one for sure. But I think the 16e still feels pretty fast for, the 60 Hz display that it has. But that's on the speed side. Probably the biggest difference, one of the biggest differences, is probably with the cameras. The fact that the iPhone 16e is giving you this single camera is kind of crazy to me. Like that is just kind of like it's just like not really that great on this type of phone. The 17 Pro is giving you a significantly better type of camera when it comes down to it.